Hi, I'm Dan Larson, and this is Marvel Legends Warlock Wave Shatterstar in 4 minutes or less. Shatterstar is a 6-inch figure from an X-Men themed wave aimed at filling in some gaps in your collection. This wave features top shelf talent like Cyclops and Wolverine, fan service designs like Disco Dazzler and Colossus with a beard, and rounds out with Sunfire and Polaris, characters whose primary role is to take up space in the back rows and around the edges of team photos. Sunfire and Polaris, have you heard of them? Shatterstar, on the other hand, ain't no team photo background filler. Au contraire, his design absolutely screams, I demand your constant attention. Look at me, look at me, look at me! Short hair and a ponytail and Padawan braids and a helmet, cape and shoulder pad and pouches and thigh band, Shatterstar is the full Monty of the costume accessory buffet. Put all of that right here. His look is supposed to be highly trained, genetically enhanced super gladiator from a parallel dimension in the future, but reads more flamboyant space pirate. He comes with a single-bladed sword and the sequel to Single-Bladed Sword 2, Two Blades to Be True. Both swords are themselves armed with spikes on the handguards because the future is a rough and tumble place. Regular swords just aren't going to cut it. That's a sword pun. You can use it. Those weapons and his sparring helmet hint at his gladiatorial combat experience. Shatterstar is from the future of the Mojoverse timeline, a parallel dimension where everything is about reality television and ratings driven by spineless corporate overlords, whereas in Shatterstar's time, wait, I'm getting confused. Shatterstar is from a parallel future, genetically engineered to be superhuman and biologically advanced, but it gets really convoluted and confusing after that. 4 minutes is not enough to even scratch the surface. He was sent to the past to find the X-Men to help save the future, but given the whole time travel element, there's like no real urgency. It's like, yeah, no, we don't really need to do that today. We can pretty much fix it at any time, and we can always try again if we mess it up. Let's watch Ninja Turtles. Also, he's kind of his own grandfather, but not in the way you're thinking. It's a different way that can be summed up with comics. In our world, the character debuted in the 90s, but I don't need to tell you that. One look at that star eye and everything else is all you need to know that this is not just a product of the 90s, but more specifically, a product of Rob Liefeld. Traditionally, this is where the dogpile on Rob Liefeld portion of the 90s bashing would begin, but that's not fair or reasonable. Liefeld's X-Force #1 in 1991, featuring Shatterstar as a core member of the team, sold 5 million copies, and I assure you, it wasn't just his friends and family that bought that book. Everyone bought that book because Liefeld was the Hansel of the comic book world. Damn him, he was so hot. That didn't happen by accident. That happened because people really liked what he was doing. You, me, we demanded this space pirate with a double-bladed sword that makes absolutely no practical, functional sense. 2 blades? How would that even work? The blades are too close together. That will prevent it from cutting properly. It works because it was forged to the extreme and imbued with righteous radicalness. That's how it works. Cable, Deadpool, Domino, Shatterstar, Strife, Gideon, readers could not wait for him to introduce more characters with more shoulder pads, more giant guns, more everything. Don't blame Liefeld, he couldn't have done it if the market wasn't demanding it. So as we sit here in 2017 and have a hearty internet chuckle at Liefeld's expense based mainly on his inability to draw feet or any proper human anatomy, take a moment to recognize that as the nostalgia for the 90s grows, so too does Liefeld's place in comics history. If you're an X-Men fan, but maybe not an X-Force fan, then this figure is an easy pass, but if you're all about that ecto-cooler and that 90s life, and you've already got Cable and Deadpool, then this is a must-have, so buy it if you see it, and if you see 2, leave 1 for the next collector. Thanks for watching. Please hit like, subscribe if you're just visiting us for the first time, share this video on your timelines now and in the future, and let us know in the comments below who your favorite Liefeld character other than Deadpool and Cable are. Mine is Night Saber, because while I don't care for the actual design, I can respect that pun quality of that name. Cut! 7:31.